Yo, today we're gonna be reacting to some Patrick CC, Kanye West. Let's check it out. What the heck?
2024, Kanye West revealed his $850,000 permanent titanium dentures. What we didn't know was that there were much darker, more sinister ramifications after the procedure. In a sworn affidavit made by Ye's ex-chief of staff, he alleged that Ye's dentist was illegally supplying the rapper with nitrous oxide, resulting in Ye becoming dependent on the substance. This affidavit goes far and beyond just a shady dentist selling some gas. This document paints the picture of a full-blown invasion strategy from some shady business people who are trying to get a billionaire hooked on drugs, take over his business, milk every last dollar from him while they drive his business into the ground. Multiple sources who worked for Ye confirmed online that he has been using nitrous for a while, noting that it has become an obvious problem.
Ryan Garcia, this Ye, I'm on the nitrous.
The details of the allegations get even crazier. 4 large surgical
How is
tanks
this
of
even
nitrous
legal?
oxide were seen being carried into Ye's girlfriend's apartment. That Ye was paying $50,000 a month for the gas. That Ye paid for the dentist to move into his apartment building so he had constant access to the gas.
Bro, damn. I didn't even know it was that serious of an addiction, but how is this even legal?
Although many people have no sympathy for Ye since he basically destroyed his reputation, others see this as his addiction being forced on him, leading to being trapped in an inescapable situation that could cost him his life. Today we are going to investigate all of the details of Ye's disastrous dentures, starting with the alleged evil dentist himself, Thomas Connolly. No, this is
Yeah, do not trust this man. Dude, he does not look like a trustworthy man.
to being trapped in an inescapable situation that could cost him his life. Today we are going to investigate all of the details of Ye's disastrous dentures, starting with the alleged
Like, does this man look like a trustworthy man right here? Nope.
evil dentist himself, Thomas Connolly. No, this is not the winner of the World's Strongest Man competition, nor is it a member of Hell's Angels. This is Thomas Connolly, who describes himself as a trailblazer in the world of dentistry. His website states that Dr. Connolly has 25 years of experience with offices in Manhattan and Beverly Hills. He received his dental training at the Mayo Clinic, the University of Detroit Mercy, and Louisiana State University. He also served as a clinical professor at Harvard University Dental School in Boston and Columbia School of Dental Medicine in New York City. However, Dr. Connolly doesn't look like your regular dentist, given his physique and tattoos. I'm that guy that's a complete mystery when you meet me, Dr. Connolly told the source. It's funny, people always feel like they're meeting someone famous. People always ask, what do you do? It's almost always the same thing, UFC fighter. Growing up in Detroit, Michigan, he dabbled in working out and lifting weights. After becoming a registered dentist, he began taking bodybuilding seriously and became the most jacked dentist in the world, according to Muscular Development. To balance working out with dentistry, Dr. Connolly limits his patients to just 1 per day. I have an advantage over a regular dentist. Oh, we have 50 patients today, 20 hygiene patients over a week, a crown, this and that. Me, I got 1 guy. And my fees reflect my experience. I'm very blessed. Originally, Dr. Connolly made a name for himself in the pro sports and modeling world. I performed dentistry on a lot of beautiful women, a lot of NFL players, and sports players at that point in my career. I wanted to push my services into other industries other than modeling and sports, so we began to focus on the music industry. At some point, Dr. Connolly ran into Post Malone's manager, Dre London. He said, "Hey Dre, this is what I do." And he goes, "Yeah, every dentist wants to do post teeth. I'll put you on the list." They had signed a new artist named Tyler Yahweh. I said, "Hey, you just signed Tyler. His teeth look terrible. I'll do his teeth for free." After fully restoring Tyler Yahweh's mouth, he introduced Connolly to Post, who asked the dentist if he could do a whole tooth as a diamond. The process had never been quite done before, and Connolly spent over a year trying to figure out the best way to do it, but they made it happen. Less than a year after the diamond teeth, Malone returned to Dr. Connolly to have the 10 porcelain veneers on his lower teeth replaced with platinum veneers. Post spent around $1.6 million.
1.6 million on dentals is crazy. 1.6
on his teeth in 2021. Since working with Post Malone, Dr. Connolly's profile has skyrocketed. A bunch of new clientele ran to his private messages, including Odell Beckham Jr., Shaquille O'Neal, Chris Brown, DaBaby,
He getting everyone.
I bet.
He probably got Offset too.
Bag Yo, Kid Leroy, as well as tons of other
He has a whole ass lineup of people.
athletes and celebrities. Ye was allegedly introduced to Connolly by songwriter Billy Walsh towards the end of 2023, where Ye pitched the idea of the titanium grill. Little did Ye know this procedure would result in him suffering from a brutal addiction. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor, Aura. In a recent $5 million, and if you
Oh, wait, hold on.
address.
Yo, y'all hear about the Social Security? Everyone got leaked in America. That's crazy. Everyone got leaked.
And try your first 2 weeks for free. Also posted a photo of his metal mouth on his Instagram story. Then going on to compare his new look to the James Bond villain, Jaws. The Daily Mail originally reported that he had all of his teeth removed and replaced with titanium dentures, also revealing that the procedure...
Bro, why are people removing their actual teeth to put titanium? Why? I mean, I feel like when you're to the point you're that rich like Kanye, bro, and you don't know how to spend your money, you're just like, I'll just spend it on whatever. but titanium dentures, placing your actual teeth is crazy.
Cost a whopping $850,000 and was done by Dr. Thomas Connolly in Beverly Hills alongside Naoki Hayashi, master dental technician. That man really paid $850K for those foil grills we all made in elementary school. With all the misinformation and mystery surrounding this new look, Ye's team tried to clarify. Ye's representatives said that they were fixed prosthodontics, which is a specialized branch of dentistry dedicated to making artificial teeth for damaged or missing teeth. They are, as the name suggests, fixed and permanent. This goes way beyond veneers or grills. The rep clarified that he didn't get his teeth removed, but rather that the implants were experimental dentistry to say the least. As odd as it sounds, there has been sort of a mystery surrounding Ye's teeth for many years.
Why?
He was in a near-fatal car crash in 2002, which resulted in him breaking his jaw in multiple places as well as shattering his teeth. I couldn't find a source to 100% confirm this, but judging by how good his teeth looked afterwards suggests that he had at least got the bottom row fully replaced with implants. Then in 2010, he appeared on Ellen where he told her that he'd replaced his entire bottom row of teeth with diamond and gold implants.
It's your real teeth. You just put it on top of your teeth?
No, it's like replaced my bottom row of teeth.
You ripped all those teeth out and put in that?
I just thought the diamonds were cooler.
According to dental expert Dr. Emmanuel
Yeah, I like diamond teeth, I'm not gonna lie.
Leave, it's much more likely that West had his teeth trimmed down and used them as support for a gold and diamond encrusted bridge, more or less as Ellen suspected. It's also possible that West had his front teeth surgically removed, replaced them with titanium implants, and then had the flashy structure built on top. This would also make the procedure of him installing this new metal teeth more realistic if he already had implants. And despite how insane his new look is, people were shocked for like a week and then just moved on, as it just seemed like another one of Kanye's antics.
Look at them diamond teeth. I don't know. I don't think it looks good because it's like there's white and then there's just like this grayish like diamond teeth. I don't know if it I don't think it looks
to add
good.
To the extremely long list of weird and controversial things that he has done his
There's
entire
Kanye West,
career.
bro. He's a genius.
And this is the point in the video where you think it's just about some evil dentist and how Ye might be developing a drug addiction, but then you realize that this video is about the fundamental collapse of Ye's entire life and career, and that nobody around him can be trusted, and it's just chaos. So buckle up. In April of 2024,
damn, we're really getting into the juicy stuff now.
News broke that a Kanye West representative announced that Ye was planning to launch Yeezy Prawn. No concrete details were given to even remotely explain what this meant, how it was gonna work, or why he was even doing it. However, it was because of this new business venture that Milo Yiannopoulos decided to exit the company. In a resignation letter provided to TMZ, Milo wrote, "I cannot be complicit in the production or dissemination of prawn films and literature for moral and religious reasons, but also because such material and the kind of people invariably involved in its production represent an imminent danger to my life as a recovering addict and an unacceptable risk to my spiritual and physical health as a former homosexual." He then goes on to offer his resignation. Ye has had a very open admission to his love and addiction to prawn over the years. However, with his shift towards focusing on his Christianity and relationship with God, creating this type of business feels out of character for the Ye we have come to know in recent years.
You can't play two. You can't do two. You can't be putting your life to God and then doing stuff like this. It's just not how it works.
Something was seriously off with Ye, but when the reports of Milo's resignation came out, another Yeezy employee and social media personality, YnelsG, posted a text message screenshot from Ye that read, "I fired Milo." It was evident that the Yeezy LLC empire was failing. Clothing orders were extremely late, or wrong, or lacking in quality. Whenever Ye was seen in public, he looked very unhealthy. His wife Bianca seems to just be a prop for his
Bro,
clothes.
people, they be just wearing anything. Like, what is this? She has a whole beanbag on her shoulders, and then like, what?
Clothing brand.
But people be wearing anything, calling it
And
fashion,
fans are
huh?
trying to pretend like everything is okay and this is just normal, Ye, weird, unpredictable behavior, but deep down they know that something is seriously off. And in early June, an Instagram fan page by the name of Ye Defense Team posted this passive-aggressive message on their Instagram story that read, "If you have any complaints with Yeezy, if you want to know where your merch is, if you want to know why the album's getting delayed, if you want to know where to get some nitrous maybe need some Prawn Star Connects for your
Nitrous.
shoot, anything at all, Ye's new handler, Eric J. Quee, will take care of that for you. He will happily assist you since he knows everything and everyone that can get you what you need, since he convinced Ye to fire."
Depop has no selling fees. Sell your clothes and keep more of the money you make. Sell what you don't
Commercial
wear.
break.
Everyone who was getting all these things done because they weren't in his way so he could get his friends jobs. It's unclear what a handler is and what that job would even entail. Like, a handler implies somebody who's unable of
I'm pretty sure there's just like someone who handles anything, like legit anything. Like if you want someone dead, bro, they'll take care of it. Like legit. I think that's what handler means. Like he'll handle anything that you want them to do.
taking care of themselves, like somebody who might be handicapped or has some sort of disability. Eric replied on his story, "I never really wanted to publicly disclose that I'm working at Yeezy to avoid drama and attention." And the drama in question would probably emerge from the fact that Eric used to work for Drake, who is Ye's #1 enemy. In private DMs exposed by Milo, Eric said, "I know Drake's
Let's read
team
it.
very well, actually. I'm much closer to his team than Ye. I went to Drake's house and helped all his boys sell their Yeezys." And considering Eric's position as Ye's handler, he doesn't really seem to have Ye's best interests in mind and seems to have an affinity for Ye's
Drake.
biggest op,
For Drake.
However, after Ye's highly anticipated album Vultures 2 came out on August 3rd, 2024, fans were even more confused at what they heard. It sounded rushed and unfinished, where he seemingly slapped a bunch of demos together and even refused to record some of the tracks but had other rappers perform it while using an AI filter of his voice. And if you're not a fan of or you don't really know Ye's music but you are aware of his
AI.
controversial antics, then
Bro,
this
I'm letting you know right now, these big artists, they don't even need to work anymore. Like legit, they can just have AI do it for them, and they'll still make money because of their name. Like legit.
may not seem
got the
that
method
weird
for
or
real.
that big of a deal, but regardless of Ye's mental state throughout his entire career, the music was always good. Like, this album wasn't just bad, it was genuinely confusing that he would release something so sloppy and unfinished considering his amazing catalog. And 4 days after the album was released, we learned that Ye's mental state and business affairs were much worse than we could have ever imagined. Milo Yiannopoulos, former chief of staff at Yeezy, decided to submit a complaint to the California Dental Board pertaining to reckless, unethical, dishonest, exploitative, and upon information and belief, illegal conduct by Dr. Thomas P. Connolly. He then took to Twitter to publicly announce all of the details of the complaint, starting with accusing his dentist, Thomas Connolly, of getting Ye hooked on nitrous, aka laughing gas. It is my belief that Connolly sought to
No,
diminish
bro, laughing gas is actually like, it's so good. Like when they put me on laughing gas when I got my wisdom teeth pulled, bro, I just felt so calm. I'll be addicted to that
Ye's
if I knew
mental
how to get it.
faculties so that
Not gonna
Connolly and
lie.
his business associates could extract millions of dollars from him. Many people forget that Ye makes almost no money from his music, but has amassed his fortune from the profits of his Yeezy clothing. Yeezy revenue in 2022 was $1.3 billion, and operating profit in 2023 was
Damn.
north of $500 million. And that's just 2 years. He has been growing the brand and earning tens of hundreds of millions of dollars every year for nearly a decade. So Yeezy LLC is nothing short of a massive corporation. Milo was hired by Yeezy LLC as Chief of Staff in 2022. A Chief of Staff is an executive-level employee who supervises and communicates with lower-level staff members, providing project management, and implementing strategic planning processes. While carrying out these operations, Milo discovered dozens of fraudulent schemes, audacious greed, double billing, duplication of labor, entirely unnecessary employees collecting seven-figure salaries, and all manner of other senseless wastes of money.
Wait, hold on, what? Entirely unnecessary employees collecting 7-figure salaries, and yo, these employees were getting paid collecting 7-figure salaries?
Milo immediately started making executive changes, firing more than 130 people, which saved the company $30 million in salary expenses.
Bro, an employee is getting paid 7 figures. That is just mind-blowing.
While not negatively impacting business operations. He alleged that the dentist was introduced to Ye by Billy Walsh, a music industry figure who was paid $1 million for his work on Vultures Volume 1, but could not identify a single track he worked on when challenged by Yeezy staff. He then went on to introduce a man named Idris Kiba that he described as an erratic, inconsistent witness. However, Idris was a business partner of Connolly and said that the dentist charges rappers and cartel bosses for natural stones, but puts vastly cheaper lab-grown diamonds into their mouths instead.
Bro, he got the rappers and the cartel. You know, you can't fuck up with the cartels. If you fuck up their teeth, they're gonna fuck with you.
As well as that Connolly has been bankrupt twice, the second bankruptcy, by Connolly's admission, entered into so that he could avoid tax. With no experience in either music or fashion, and without examining a single document or interviewing a single member of staff, Connolly proposed widespread and disruptive changes to Yeezy's structure and operations without even knowing what they were, and offered himself as the ideal candidate to lead the business and revivify the company's fortunes. In addition to that, he demanded a $2.4 million per year salary, and when the dentist submitted a formal scope of work as to what value he would provide to the corporation, it was comically vague. 1. Secure long-term sustainable funding.
Hold them to their grave!
Damn.
Funding for the company without debt or investors. 2. Solidify the long-term vision for Yeezy with Ye one-on-one. Concrete details of the vision recorded and categorized with dates and images. Solidify the immediate goals for Yeezy with Ye one-on-one. These goals are to be accomplished within 12 months. Build an actionable plan with Milo to achieve the goals set forth in Item 3, and then execute Item 4 with Milo. This was probably laughed at and then denied, so then his second attempt to apply for a more powerful position at Yeezy LLC was even worse, where one of the primary goals listed was the development of a personal use N2O2 system. So according to this dentist, if he were to take over this multi-hundreds of millions of dollars company selling clothing and doing concerts and music, etc., one of the primary goals to push this company forward is for Ye to have a personal nitrous gas system so he can have unrestricted and unlimited access.
Bro, he's addicted. Damn, he wants a whole
access
system
to the gas. By April, employees at all levels of the company were worrying about Ye's dependence on the gas and speaking openly about it. Ye talked about it nonstop in meetings. He seemed to be in and out of the inhaler mask on a near constant basis. It was around that time that one of the junior staff confessed he had seen Connolly hauling 4 large surgical tanks of nitrous oxide into Bianca Sensory's apartment, and that something had told him to take a couple of photographs. As many as 5 Yeezy employees are said to have been sufficiently worried as to have taken photographs of the home nitrous installation. When challenged, Connolly admitted that he had taken the canisters to Ye's home, but insisted absurdly that they were empty and always been empty.
Bro, 4 of them big ass tanks of laughing gas.
In case you didn't know, nitrous oxide is a mild sedative agent that safely and effectively manages pain and anxiety during dental treatment. The nitrous oxide slows down your nervous system to make you feel less inhibited. You may feel lightheaded, tingly, or even heaviness in your arms or legs. However, the high wears off.
So good. I'm gonna be honest, on that gas, you feel so good. Like you feel like you're on the clouds.
extremely quickly, and after a few minutes you'll feel pretty much back to normal. People who use nitrous oxide recreationally typically just buy 8-gram whippers on Amazon or at local supermarkets, or they buy a balloon filled with gas at a party or concert. It's cheap, easy to do, and appears to have limited health risks with infrequent use. However, because of the short-lived effects of the gas, some people develop addictions, use greater quantities of the gas, or use it for longer periods of time. Excessive N2O use will lead to a depletion in B12 vitamins. Studies have shown that a lack of B12 can cause permanent neurological damage and even death. Some long-time nitrous users lose feeling in their legs, making them wheelchair-bound or at least heavily reliant on care from others. Deaths involving nitrous oxide are rare. In most cases, the cause is accidental asphyxiation from breathing the gas using a mask. However, as it was explained in the affidavit, it seems like the goal was to supply Ye with enough gas in a system so he can essentially have unsupervised, unlimited access to using the nitrous, which is most certainly very dangerous. And if that wasn't bad enough, he is most certainly being ripped off. Medical grade nitrous oxide is not that expensive, with 10 to 20 pound tanks, you know, the big ones, ranging from just $500 to $1,000 a piece.
$500 to $1,000. I mean, that is a lot, but it isn't like, you know, over 10K a lot, you know what I'm saying?
A bill was received and paid for over $61,000 by Yeezy solely for anesthesia and nitrous gas, as well as him allegedly paying over $50,000 per month for the gas. Payment records from Yeezy LLC show hundreds of thousands of dollars in payments to Connolly labeled as dental work. It is physically impossible for one man to consume $50,000 worth of nitrous gas in a month's time, but it seems abundantly clear that Ye has no idea where his money goes. As we learned, he's paying $1 million salaries to employees who did nothing for him, so $50K a month for some nitrous was
Bro, I wish I was an employee, bro, getting 7 figures. That sounds like the life, bro. And they probably didn't even do that much
probably
too.
easy for him to justify. Plus, it seemed like Ye was restructuring his entire life so that he can have access to this gas. As Milo mentioned in the affidavit, I learned that Connolly had moved into the apartment building Ye resided at during this period, at Ye's expense. I was asked by Ye to negotiate a second apartment at the same complex, which he said he would be used as a studio. Before I completed these negotiations, a pending charge on Ye's American Express card showed that 6 months' rent had been paid in advance to the building management company.
This holiday season, save yourself from cooking, cleaning, and hosting with a trip to Evermore.
When I challenged Connolly to explain this, he claimed to be moving in at his own expense. The American Express charge was later refunded. There was also an attempted sale of over $1 million worth of stolen Yeezy Gap merchandise in March of 2024. And on the same day that all of this news leaked onto the internet.
Bro, everything's falling apart for Kanye, bro. Like, legit, everything seems to be falling apart, especially in his own company. And now he's like addicted to laughing gas.
TikTokers posted a video of them purchasing a storage unit with tons of unreleased Yeezy clothing, as well as samples and concepts and Ye's person.
Yeah, that has to be illegal. That has to be illegal. They definitely got caught. It'd be the most dumb people who be posting stuff on social media just to get in trouble.
Items. I find this extremely coincidental. Milo also shared text messages from Dr. Connolly where he responded to Milo's allegations. Hey, we should probably have a conversation about the current situation. I'm friends with Billy Walsh and he shared your messages with me. I don't get where this went sideways, but we should review the facts. You are a very intelligent man. I think it's important that you understand the facts. I was merely helping Ye by making some introductions, which turned into making some recommendations, which turned into a potential business venture. I was never looking to step on others' feet and supplant you. I have 5 kids and a career I've worked myself to death to build. I'm slipping away from this venture and I will do my best to help you keep Ye and his business where it was. I apologize if I interfered. It was never my intention. As far as nitrous oxide usage, the tanks are empty and have been empty. Very little nitrous has been administered to Ye. As far as general anesthesia in the dental office, we are using a well-experienced, board-certified anesthesiologist and following all safety protocols to the T. Milo tells this story as if he was the only one trying to protect Ye. He mentions
the manipulation. The way he uses his words to make it seem like he's the good guy is crazy. He's a D1 like instigator for sure.
Several other Yeezy
He
employees by
gaslighting
name in the affidavit, alleging that they knew of Milo's concerns but did nothing to protect him. YnelsG replied to the affidavit with some vague tweets. Love it when a liar tries to expose someone but only tells half the truth. The full truth will come to light soon, believe that. As well as, a true villain will always try to disguise himself as a hero. Now it's important that we close this story by understanding who Milo Yiannopoulos is, why he was the chief of staff at Yeezy, and why some people can't take literally anything he says seriously. Coined by Out.com as an internet supervillain, Yiannopoulos gained notoriety early in his blogging career for writing politically charged rage bait articles. Normally headlines are slightly over sensationalized and easy to misinterpret, but this is not the case for Milo. He means exactly what he's saying, no matter how ridiculous the statement is. Donald Trump would be the real first black president. There's no gender pay gap, but here are 11 reasons why there should be. Or when he wrote an article giving straight people permission to say anti-gay slurs. Or when he declared his birthday as World Patriarchy Day. Or when he just wrote an entire article about how he hates fat people.
Bro, how does a man like this get a Atlanta chief job at Yeezys?
Calling them disgusting babies who make excuses for their weight. And while you might think he is just some troll, he was constantly brought on mainstream news outlets throughout his career to give his thoughts and opinions on real issues, and they were taken seriously. Since he was an openly gay right-winger, conservatives rallied around him because it was their way of saying, see, even he's gay, and he agrees with me. Milo kind of openly accepted the label of alt-right that he was given. I mean, it didn't really help that he was seen singing songs for white nationalists and ex-KKK members, but he would go to extreme lengths to try and defend stupid ideologies, like when he argued for pedophilia on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Trying to go on this.
You were the one who was anti-pedophile
I
earlier.
told you it wasn't the pedophilia. I was
Well,
after I'd lost
certainly
my
is.
virginity. I was
How
in my
old were you?
teens. I was in my teens.
14.
I was in my teens.
You said you were 14.
Something like that.
That's what you
I was
said.
in
14
I
is
was in
pedophilia, buddy.
teens.
I don't know how they rock it in merry old England.
I was in my teens.
Over here in my country, and
You've
where
never,
you are right now,
you've never
America.
seen a 15-year-old girl at any point in your life, however old you were. You've never seen a 15-year-old girl you thought was hot.
Yeah, when I was 15.
No, when
Thought
you
they
were
were hot
25.
What is this man talking about?
Dude.
When you were 25, when you were.
Bro, how does this? I'm lost for words. I am lost for words.
13, you will have seen
No.
girls about 15 you thought were hot.
No,
Of
I
course
thought they
you
were
did.
little kids.
No, you didn't.
I thought,
Don't
damn,
talk
she's
bullshit.
gonna be hot, but I didn't want to her.
Dorian is so funny.
Bullshit. Like
Not bullshit at all.
Look.
You can't tell me what I was born into.
Milo even praised conversion therapy, using himself as an example of its success. He threw his $150,000 engagement ring from his ex-boyfriend into the ocean to prove he was not gay anymore, and still to this day refers to himself as an ex-gay man. He was introduced to Ye by Alex Jones after Ye announced he was running for president in 2020. Ye hired Milo to be his campaign manager, and then Milo brought on white supremacist Nick Fuentes. And since Milo is known to flip-flop, lie, rage bait, take extreme takes, and say anything for attention, some people won't take a single thing he says seriously. I think it makes the whole situation even more concerning for Ye because it shows that literally nobody around his multi-million-dollar empire, the people who are calling the shots, can be trusted. All of them must...
Legit, no one is trusted, bro. Not even like his chief, bro. Like, legit. Yo, this man's life is like, yo, Kanye's going through it. Someone needs to hug him. Like, legit.
Understand that Ye's mental state should constantly be evaluated, especially considering the multiple reports of concern about his nitrous use. We have no idea who really has his best interests in mind, and no matter who you want to believe or who you say is credible or not credible, whatever narrative you want to run with, it all ends the same way, with Ye being extremely vulnerable and unsafe, with potentially his life at risk here.
Yeah, that was Patrick CC at W Video. Make sure y'all subscribe and like, watch my other videos, and also watch this video. I'm gonna put it in the link description. I hope y'all have a good one, like for real.